My wife asked at breakfast, "When were you planning to tell me you have another family across town?" I choked on my coffee and stared at Nicole across our kitchen table. "What are you talking about?" She didn't look angry. She looked resigned, which was somehow worse. She slid her phone across the table, and I saw a photo of me standing outside a house I'd never seen before. In the picture, I was holding a little girl's hand while a blonde woman stood next to me with her arm around my waist. The girl was maybe 5 years old, and she was looking up at me with this huge smile. "That's not me," I said immediately, but even I could hear how weak it sounded. Nicole picked up her phone and swiped to the next photo. Me, pushing that same little girl on a swing. Next photo. Me and the blonde woman kissing on a porch. Next photo. The three of us at a birthday party with a cake that said, "Happy 6th birthday, Lily." My hand started shaking because that was definitely my face, my build, even the scar on my left forearm from the motorcycle accident 3 years ago. I swear to God, Nicole, I have never seen these people before in my life. Nicole pulled out a folder I hadn't noticed sitting on the counter. She opened it and started reading in this flat, dead voice. "Every Wednesday for the past 2 years, you leave work at noon and don't come back until 8 at night. Your assistant told me you have standing appointments that can't be rescheduled." I did leave work every Wednesday, but for physical therapy after the accident. Nicole kept going. "I called your physical therapist. She said you stopped coming 18 months ago. So where have you been going?" I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. She pulled out bank statements with my signature authorizing monthly transfers of $3,000 to an account I didn't recognize. She showed me a lease agreement for a house on Maple Street with my name on it, signed by me, dated from 2 years ago. My stomach dropped because I had no memory of signing anything. No memory of that house. No memory of that woman or that little girl who apparently thought I was her father. Nicole stood up and walked to our bedroom. She came back with a small teddy bear wearing a tiny shirt that said, "World's Best Dad." "This was in your car, under the passenger seat." Her voice cracked. "I found it last week when I was looking for my sunglasses. I took the bear and stared at it. It smelled like kids' shampoo and something sweet. Bubblegum maybe." "Nicole, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what this is, but it's not what you think." She laughed, but it sounded more like a sob. "Then explain the videos." She pulled up her phone again and played a video. It was me, clearly me, filming myself in a car. "Hey, Lilybug," video me said. "Daddy had to go on a work trip, but I'll be home on Sunday. Be good for mommy. I love you to the moon." The video ended, and Nicole played another one. Same thing, different date, then another. 6 videos total. All of me talking to a little girl named Lily, calling myself her daddy, mentioning a woman I called mommy, but never by name. I felt bile rising in my throat. "Where did you get these?" Nicole's hands were trembling now. "The woman sent them to me. Her name is Catherine. She messaged me on Facebook yesterday and said we needed to talk about our shared husband." She pulled up the messages, and I read them with growing horror. Catherine had sent dozens of photos spanning 2 years. Me at Christmas with her and Lily. Me at the zoo. Me helping Lily learn to ride a bike. Me asleep on a couch with Lily curled up on my chest. Every photo was tagged with dates and locations. Catherine's message said she'd figured out I was married 3 months ago when she found Nicole's photo in my wallet, but she'd waited to tell Nicole because she wanted to give me a chance to come clean. "She said you told her you travel for work constantly," Nicole whispered. "She said Lily asks about you every day when you're not there. She calls you Papa." I grabbed Nicole's hand. "I need you to believe me. I have never met this woman. I have never been to that house. I don't know how any of this is possible, but I am not lying to you." Nicole pulled her hand away and wiped her eyes. "Catherine sent me her address. She wants to meet me tomorrow. She wants to know which one of us you actually love." I felt my chest tighten. "I'll go with you. We'll figure this out together." But Nicole shook her head. "No, I need to see her alone first. I need to hear her side without you there." She grabbed her purse and keys. "I'm staying at my sister's tonight. If you actually have an explanation for this, you better figure it out fast." She walked out, and I sat alone in our kitchen surrounded by evidence of a life I couldn't remember living. I grabbed my phone and called my neurologist because something was catastrophically wrong. When Dr. Phillips answered, I barely managed to explain before he told me to come in immediately. 3 hours later, I was staring at brain scans while Phillips pointed at areas of damage I didn't know existed. "This is consistent with severe dissociative amnesia," he said quietly, "likely triggered by your accident. You're experiencing fugue states where you live an entirely separate life with no memory of it when you return to your primary identity." He showed me medical records I'd apparently given him during appointments I didn't remember having. Notes about blackouts, lost time, finding myself in unfamiliar places. I drove to the address Catherine had given Nicole. A woman answered the door, and her face went white when she saw me. "You're early," she said. Then Lily came running and threw her arms around my legs, shouting, "Papa!" I looked down at this child who loved me, at this woman whose life I'd apparently shared for 2 years, and felt nothing but a stranger's confusion.